Hello, welcome back to my corridors. If you're new to my channel, welcome to my corridors. So I'm gonna do a part 2 to my funny metal show stories, but first, I want to show y'all my new child. She was sleeping. Kudzu. I don't know if you can see her. Hi, hi, Susu. Hi, Kudzu. She's sleepy. Look at my baby. Look at my baby. I shouldn't disturb her, but I just wanted the world to see her. I'm sorry, sweet pea. I'll let you go back to your nappy. Ivy was awake too, but she went back in her igloo. Naturally, there's going to be a part 3 to this, so there's going to be lots of stories and stories I remembered from when I was younger. And here's my new one with the riverbed shirt. I love it so much. I'm going to go order pizza soon, and I'm hungry and I don't feel like cooking, so I figured I'll make a video beforehand. But anyway, let me get my list. Alright, so the first one happened when I saw Storage 24. I was standing next to my friends Robert and Byron, and it's weird, I smelled like a really rank fart. And I know, and I looked at the boys and I'm like, did either of you fart? And they both said no, and I'm like, I smell fart. So the venue we were at, Howlin' Mouse, is like right next to the sewage, so maybe that's why, but somebody farted. Like, I'm pretty sure they did. So yeah, I know what fart smells like enough to know what it is, so somebody in the crowd farted. So I'm just, nobody knows who did it, and no, it wasn't me. But yeah, so no, I'm probably never gonna know who truly did it. The next one I've already mentioned before, but I'll say it again because it's still pretty damn funny. So when I saw Municipal Waste not too long ago, so this was news to me when I saw them for the first time. They throw trash cans into the crowd, and people mosh with the trash cans and throw the trash cans everywhere like they're stage diving. So, and that was pretty funny to watch. I loved it so much. The singer of Municipal Waste was even like digging in the trash can on stage, and that was pretty funny to watch too. But the best part is, he gets up to the microphone and he says, "Shout out to whoever threw up in the trash can." Yeah, that was pretty random, but yeah, apparently somebody vomited in the garbage can there, so again, nobody knows who did it. Next one happened the last time I was at the Sunflower Oven before it closed permanently. There was a period of time where it was still open so they could still have shows there. It wasn't a bakery anymore, but it was still a place where people did shows. So the guys from Beneath the Kudzu came because apparently it was the last show. So yeah, I sat next to my friends Josh and Bobby, and I was telling them about my trip to Nashville. This was before I went on the trip, and I was just so excited to see Derek and, go to Nashville because I'd never been. So I tell them about my favorite restaurant, which is Noodles and Company. Y'all know it's a fast food place. It's a fast food place, but they sell noodles and pasta, and it's so good. Y'all saw me in the vlog, like just loving it so much. Again, their garlic bread is the best garlic bread I've ever had. It's so cheesy, it's so good. So they had never heard of Noodles and Company, so I showed them the menu, and they're like, and Bobby looks at me at the menu and he says, "Oh, this menu is so evil." And at first I didn't understand, but Josh sat down and explained to me that he was trying to say that it looked sinfully good because of all the carbs, and it really is. It is sinfully delicious. And my friend Brandon walks up to us, and we tell him and we show him the menu, and he loves it too. They can definitely understand why I love that restaurant so much, and I'm going back in a heartbeat. The next one is Derek doing the "but dad" thing. So y'all heard him do it in my vlog, the "but dad." So it was like a parody of King of the Hill. Basically, like, Bobby wanted Hank to go to a slam metal show. He was like, it was something Derek saw on Instagram, and then I saw it, and then I reposted it. And Derek, no, and then like Hank is like, Bobby, you need to quit listening to that goddamn slam music. It's no good. But Dad, yeah. Derek loves King of the Hill. I do too. So we were in line at Ailstorm, waiting before the doors open. There was a long line, and Derek was doing. We were talking to this guy. I think his name also happened to be Bobby. And Derek did the impression to this guy, and the guy thought it was pretty funny. Yeah, the video for the "But Dad" thing. Yeah. The next one happened 3 years ago when I saw As I Lay Dying. Let me just tell y'all, I don't listen to them anymore. It's just Tim Lambesis never changed when he got out of prison. He's still the same jackass that, you know, that went to prison. He never changed, and I don't listen to them anymore because I do not support anything he does. I still enjoy As I Lay Dying's music, but knowing that he like beat his dog apparently, and this is the second wife he's had that's like gotten a divorce with, and no, as far as I know, he's probably had more, but no, I don't support them anymore simply because of that. And it's a shame because I really love seeing them live, but that's a topic for another day. So when we saw Of Sulphur, they opened up for them, and Of Sulphur was really cool, but they didn't last long because Ricky Hoover like fell or something, and I was, that was their set was cut short because of that. So me and my younger brother, when I was still in contact with him, and we hung out with these two friends of mine from when I used to work at the call center. Their names were Sean and Jake. And I miss them. I love them so much. They're so funny. So they ended up going to the show with us. So we're all confused of why Ricky fell. And then Jake looks at me and says, "Yeah, Amelia, I told you not to give the singer drugs." And I'm like, "You moron! That's what you did!" And I think I mentioned this in my concert story time of As I Lay Dying. I'm not deleting the video. I'm going to keep it up because I love sharing those videos. I don't like deleting my videos. It's something I really don't like to do. But yeah. The next one happened before me and Derek went to go back to the Marathon Works to go see Cannibal Corpse. I put on Ignominious. So they're a brutal death metal band from Ohio. They love to sing about alligators and tractors, and I saw them on St. Patty's Day this year. Those guys were so nice, and I have a beer sleeve for them. So Derek had never heard of the band, and so we went to the show. On our way there, we listened to Ignominious. So Derek thought their music was so funny. Like, it was just the, their singer going, "Alligator," at the song Huge Alligator. Derek, thought that they were a parody band. He thought they were so hilarious, and they are, and that's why I like them so much. So, yeah. So next one happened both at Ailstorm and, Cannibal Corpse. So when I bought my merch, when I bought my Fulci shirt and Glory Hammer shirt, I stuffed it in my shirt, because I didn't want to lose it. I didn't want to, awkwardly hang it around my shoulder, because I didn't like that. So I stuffed it in my shirt, and it made me look like I was pregnant. And in the picture with me and Derek, with the singer of Ailstorm, Christopher Bowes, you can actually kind of see my belly kind of big. So I kind of looked pregnant. So it came out. So I was taking it out of my shirt, both of them, and I said, "I gave birth to a shirt." Actually, I gave birth to a shirt twice. That's dumb, but Derek thought that was pretty funny. Alright, the next one's rather silly, but so the guys from Measureless Aeons, they're blackened post-metal band from Jackson, and those guys are so nice. They love me so much, and I love them, and I love hanging around them. They're so cool. So I posted online, when I was at Eggs Order, they invited me to come sit and have dinner with them at Key City Brewery, and I got some delicious pizza. Because they were so sweet. They didn't want me to sit by myself. So I took a picture of them. I said, "Here, smile," and I posted it on my Instagram. Apparently, Ansley's wife, Ansley's like one of their members. She saw that picture and I guess she wasn't too happy. I guess like she was like, "Who was that girl you're with?" But and I looked at Ansley and I said, She does know I've been with the same guy for 4 years, right?" I don't know. I guess some people get possessive over their husbands, partners. That I don't understand. It's just I don't get it. But I understand jealousy, so I kind of understand where she was coming from. But no, I just thought that was pretty funny. All right. Next one happened when I saw Die with Nature. I've seen Die with Nature several times, but when the time that I saw Die with Nature to go interview them, so I guess one of their members, Zach, he has a friend named John, and I'm smelling my new perfume. I got some new perfume from Pacifica, the Indian Coconut Nectar. It's so earthy and sweet, just the way I like it, so that's why I'm sniffing my hand. It's so heavenly. Anyway, third time I saw Die with Nature, I was hanging around one of Zach's friends. Zach is one of the members, and I was hanging around one of his friends named John. I guess he's like a childhood friend of his, but I could be wrong. So me and John were like talking about common names, and he told me, and obviously the name John, he told me, John is such a common name, like you could find so many out in public. And he looked at a crowd of people and he said, "Raise your hand if your name is John," and 3 people raised their hand. So yeah. So the next one happened when I was having dinner with the guys from Measureless Aeons when I saw Eggs Order. So like one of them dropped a fork on the floor and they said, "Whoopsies, whoopsies," and then Ansley said, I had a whoopsies in my pantsies." I just busted out laughing. But yeah, no, dropping the fork. Both one was pretty funny, but the whoopsies in his pantsies was pretty funny. So yeah. Alright, the next one happened in Vicksburg. When I saw Dead Register the second time, I guess my friend Brandon, he's part of Beneath the Kudzu, Fun Destroyer, Cheap City. He's been in a lot of bands, but y'all know who he is. So I guess he had like his shirt up and like his big belly was showing, and so I saw it as a perfect opportunity. He like walked by me and I just poked his belly like he was the Pillsbury Dope boy. Oh gosh, I just saw that as the perfect opportunity. I can't even believe I did that, but I poked his belly and he didn't even mind it. But yeah. Alright, the last one happened last time I was at the Sunflower Oven. So Robert and Byron, my friends, they started a band called Gortitian, and they're really good. I want them to come out with merch so bad, so I can, because I saw like the prototype shirt for them and I loved it so much. I want to support my friends so bad. But anyway, they were making jokes about Rock and Roll McDonald's, the song. Yeah, the Wesley Willis song. But yeah, they were like, somebody was asking, "What time is it?" And Robert was like, "It's Rock and Roll McDonald's time." And they joked saying they were going to sing Rock and Roll McDonald's, but no, they didn't. But anyway, alright, this wasn't as long as I thought. Hope y'all enjoyed this. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, whatever. There'll definitely be more funny metal show stories, and I'll see y'all later, and stay metal.